Welcome to RobMotive.
So, I've been doing a few mods, or I've done a few mods on the 2024 Tacoma, the new Tacoma. And that's right, there are mods out there that you can do, of course. But what is my favorite and what is my most useful? I'm going to run through those for you, but first I'm going to run through what all I've done to the truck, best I can remember. First off, and I think one of the first mods that I did was I added the pedal commander. Pedal commander in this truck, because it doesn't really have a ton of lag to begin with, just kind of refines the accelerator a little bit. And I like that. It makes it even more fun to drive. Next up, on the rear, I added some D-rings, some brackets with some black D-rings on the back. And they are functional. If you needed to pull the truck from the rear for some reason, you certainly could. And of course, we have the factory recovery points in the front. I'm probably going to add something else up there as well, but for now, if anybody's wondering, I still have the OEM version. Next up, the aux beam switch, the controller. That I put on pretty quick after I had the truck with the idea that I was going to add electrical accessories, which I did. I just added one probably yesterday. If you saw that video. If you didn't, make sure you check it out. They are lights in the grill, little round lights that I actually had to drill holes in the grill to put in. That was a little daunting, but not a big deal. And they came out really well. They look really good, and as far as I know, there's no aftermarket alternative otherwise, like you are able to do in the third gen, if you have the Pro grill anyway, putting them in the slots. There's nothing out there that I could find. Next up, the lift and the wheels and tires. I'm actually on my second set of wheels. I kept the original tires that I did with the lift. They weren't the original tires on the truck, but I kept those and I changed out the wheels. Not quite done with that yet. I'm waiting for some parts to come in. I've ordered. So there'll be a video showing the final look of that, I guess. But it is lifted. It was I believe it's 2.5 inch level lift. So it's really just the front, right? To bring the front up to level the truck off. Makes a heck of a difference, I'll tell you. This truck feels tall now when I get in and out. Almost to the point where even though I am a towering 5'9.5", I would have to have steps probably if it was any taller, just to make it more comfortable getting in and out. Otherwise, I'd have to jump in and out of the truck, right? Next up, the phone holder. By the way, there are videos on the channel of all of these mods. So if you want to see what I did or what they look like and all that kind of stuff, just get on the channel, take a look. And don't forget to click the subscribe button while you're at it. But anyway, the phone holder, it's kind of a jury-rigged kind of thing. It's held on with a clamp. But you guys are on it right now, and so far I've used it several times to make videos or just hold my phone while I'm driving around, and it's working out really, really well. So we'll see if any of the aftermarketers come out with something better. I don't know if they'll come up with something better than what I'm currently using, to be honest. Next up, the little mirrors on the side mirrors, the blind spot mirrors. I put one on each side. It's actually my second set. The first set that I put on, I guess, was junk because the adhesive in the heat we have down here kind of pulled away from the mirror itself. Didn't pull away from the mirror on the truck, but the part itself. And one of them actually fell off. The other one on the driver's side was ready to go as well. I wasn't even aware until I looked at the one on the driver's side that it was about ready to go as well. Next up, this is a simple thing. I have a homemade bed mat in the rear. I kind of chopped up one from, I think it was a Jeep Gladiator, if I'm not mistaken. I've got something else coming. You may have already seen it on the channel to replace that with something a little better. I mean, a $40-some thousand truck with a hillbilly mod in the back. Not that there's anything wrong with that. That's actually the smarter way to go, maybe. But I want something that fits right and looks good back there. So that's why I'm changing it out to something that I think is a lot better. Somebody just turned in front of me and did a U-turn. What the heck? Is that normal? I mean, U-turns are allowed here, but I could have run right into her. Wow. And it has a temporary tag on it. Go figure. I wonder how long it'll be before that vehicle has dents in it. Or worse, who knows. Otherwise, I can't think of anything else. Yes, there is the front skid plate. I did put an aftermarket skid plate on. It's 1/4-inch steel, painted black. Awesome. It just gives me peace of mind that I'm not going to have anything pop up underneath there and damage anything. If you're an off-roader, I think it's a must-have. You certainly don't want just the gravel guard, and that's what it is, that Toyota provides. They really cheaped out on that, in my opinion. It's like a plastic, almost felt feeling kind of material. I think what it is a pressed plastic with little fibers and stuff. I don't know, it's really odd. Almost, it reminds me of fiberglass, at least on the top. Very strange, but junk nonetheless. So I did replace that. It's on the front of the truck now. A piece of advice I'll give you, it's from RCI Off-Road, by the way. If you're going to do that, I would probably go with aluminum. It adds 67 pounds of weight to the truck. Now, the trade-off, I guess, is that it is steel. Nothing is going to go through that, but I really don't think a 1/4-inch piece of aluminum is going to have anything go through it either. I mean, you'd have to hit something pretty darn hard, I would think. So I would save yourself the weight, not to mention the ease of installing it, and go with the aluminum because it is much lighter. Still pretty much just as durable, in my opinion. I did put a center console tray in. That's the easiest of mods. It's a drop-in, right? It's not like it was some big-time mod or anything. And also, I keep thinking of things as I'm going here. I did add some tie-downs in the rear from Charvona. There, again, is a video on that if you want to see them. A much more robust, good-looking tie-down in the back of the truck. I went with red, obviously, to go with the red on the truck. They look good and they're functional as well. Now, lastly, I think, is the emblem. I took the emblem off, and if you didn't know, the emblem on the front of the truck, at least if you have the black one, is a overlay over a chrome emblem. I pulled that thing off. It just has 3 pins. You kind of depress them and pull it off, kind of use a little pry tool. It's pretty easy to do. I was really surprised at how easy it comes off, but I pulled it off. It was black. I painted it red. I think it looks awesome on the truck. It, again, came out really well. I've had some pretty good luck with mods so far on this truck. Maybe it's because I'm more experienced having done them on the 3rd gen. I don't know. But they've all come out really well, and I'm pretty darn happy, I think, with everything I've done so far on the truck. Now, as far as which one I like the best and what is the most useful, we'll start with the most useful. Those would be the blind spot mirrors that I put on the side mirrors. It's the most useful because, frankly, I use it every time I pull in up at my house. If I'm pulling in next to something, or maybe I'm parking the truck somewhere, I can actually see what is down beside the truck. A very, very useful mod. As far as the one that I like the best, it's kind of a tie for me. I really love the emblem on the front of the truck painted red. I think it looks great. And secondly, I'm going to group these two together. The lift along with the new wheels and tires really changes the look of the truck. I think they're awesome. By the way, there is one I forgot. Can't believe I forgot this one. It's the sport bar on the back. And I might throw that into a 3-way tie as to what I like the most. That also really changes the look of the truck, and I think it looks awesome on there. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know if you've looked at the truck, or maybe you've done some stuff yourself. What's your most useful, and what's your favorite mod? I'd be curious to know. Maybe something I can add to mine. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.